Well, long-term care is going to be a thing that is increasing in this country. People are living longer, healthcare is getting better, which means people are getting more to the stage where they will need care at some point. Care is not always funded by the NHS. They may fund it to some point, and also local authorities may help with care fees. If you have at the moment quite a small amount of savings, it may be that you still need to provide some, if not all, of the funding for your care. There used to be quite a lot of products on the market that allowed people, especially younger people, to save towards care costs. This could be in the form of savings products or insurance contracts that paid out a benefit when you got to the point of needing care. Unfortunately, these products were not really taken up by the vast majority of people. Therefore, we've seen quite a dwindling offering of these types of contracts. Now it seems that most people only really take out any products or anything around long-term care at the point of need. This means that if people have an amount of savings or income that will mean they have to contribute towards, it's something that has to be dealt with at the time. There are a number of things that can be done, but usually it involves any assets or savings that the individual has, whether that's just used to fund care, sold to fund care, or whether it's used to buy an income that will be paid to fund the care fees. There can also be things like equity release that are used so that people don't necessarily need to leave home, although a lot of these schemes would end as soon as care is required, which means that a lot of people who are wanting to hand funds down to the next generation may be spending these funds now on care fees. With regards to planning towards this, it may be good for people to have a think about if they can afford to put some monies aside, and if care was required, how this would impact on the money that they wanted to pass on to someone else. Also, other things to consider in this area are what kind of care home you want to be in. But just because the NHS will fund some of the care doesn't necessarily mean that it would be an appropriate care home that you would wish to live in, or that you would wish your family members to live in. Also, sometimes people prefer to stay at home, and therefore there are different costs associated around that. So it's really good to have a think about what kind of impact this would have on your finances if you or a loved one did require care, and how that would impact things going forward.